Hello guys, welcome everybody. Today we have a night strike mission in the F16 Viper. Today's mission is a factory strike at night. Oh, we're a bit fast. Yeah, it's not too bad. The weather, as you can see, is dark. It's pitch black out. You can't really see anything. Oh, my canopy is open. I have to close it up. Oh, my spider cage web is open, so that's why I couldn't actually hit the button. Now we're on the runway, so now mill power, afterburner on. Let's just a. So now I'm just taking off. It's a bit bright, isn't it? Yeah, they've lit up the runway. Nose up, gear up. Turn down a bit of the brightness of our HUD, so it's not quite. Yeah, it's still visible with the normal eye. So air to ground mode's on. Master arm on. Yep. So now, afterburner off. Now I'm going to start a right hand turn. Skies are clear today. Turn doesn't have to be too aggressive. We can already see the factory on our. It's giving off a lot of IR radiation, so we can easily see it with our white hot camera. Is it white hot? Yep, it is. So I'll just immediately go in and lock that up. Zoom a bit out. So now it's just a matter of lining up and then dropping. So it's a quick mission, I believe. Yeah, I'd say it's quick. Quite quick. Quicker than I would have thought, so it's not even that far away from our home base. Our home base is over there. So now it's a matter of, just turning around and dropping and running away. But I do want to confirm that I hit good, so I want to remain lock on it. Don't want to immediately run away after I've hit, since there isn't any offense, there aren't any doesn't have any air defense system around it, so I don't have to immediately run away. I can just stay and watch my bombs obliterate him. I'm going to relock so that my pip aligns better. I don't even have to be this much aligned, so can also be a bit off, since these are guided bombs. These are GPS guided bomb units. Yeah, but I don't want to be off by too much. I'll drop 2,000 pounds GPS bombs. So it's not difficult or anything. Pick all bombs away. Now I'll zoom out a bit. Now I'll start my orbit. I'm kind of close, so I'll go off the throttle. Go off the thrust. It says time till impact 33 seconds, but I don't think that's true, because it always says that, but then it just ends up dropping when there's 10 seconds left, or hitting, So where is it? It's giving off a lot of heat that Oh, it's the reflection of the moon. Yeah, 3. They're going to hit now, probably. Oh, still not. Viper 1, good check, good check. Good check. Yep, it hit. So now we can RTB. So off air to ground mode, master safe or master off. Now it's just calling up the ATC. So now we're calling him up. We'll land, and after the landing I won't even bother to park the plane. I'll do that behind the scenes, but then the video will probably end. Or you know what? Yeah, let's just... I want to film everything, just raw footage. Unedited, raw. I'm not even good at editing. I can do what I always do, you know, flying, but I can't really, you know, edit. So now we start descending. If anybody ever wanted to know my specs, I'm running a 4060 Pro Art Edition, 8 gigabytes. You can of course get way better cards for a fraction of the price, more VRAM and stuff, but you know, it's Pro Art, you know, it looks good. So now in a quick short moment we can start our right hand turn. So now I'm going to start it slowly. I still need to descend. I'll put my speed brakes out. My whole setup is a Winwing Orion 2 throttle base with an f16 grip, a Orion 2 stick base with a f16 stick, an f16 Winwing ICP, which is an absolute game changer. Fly the f16 often, since you can type in coordinates and stuff way fast instead of using your mouse. So still a bit off by a fraction, a bit. So we'll need to descend a bit more. You know, I could do a pattern, but I just want to land immediately. I'm using a i7 12KF. It has 3.6 gigahertz. I wouldn't really say it's the best, but it's good. You can overclock it to 3.9, I believe, or 4.6, because DCS minimum requirements for high settings is a CPU with 4.6 gigahertz. So now I'll still need to descend and slow down a bit. I want to take my knots off real quick to get a perspective, because the depth of altitude, the speed depth with the knots down isn't that best. I've looked through Gen 2 tubes, previous 14s, but you know, it's a bit weird. You can still see good at night, but stuff is a bit off. You feel like stuff feels a bit slower and stuff, or distances feel off and stuff like that. So now I'll close my speed brakes off. Speed brakes, gear down. Now the plane already starts to get cocky with me. I need to bring it down quickly. Look at my fuel. I know you guys can read it since I have knots down. Everything's flashy because of the IR, but I have a physical ICP and I don't have knots right now. So and I'm using track IR, so I can still look at my physical ICP, and it says 10,000 pounds, which means we still have enough time for another mission. But we're not going to do mission. This is it for today. Now we're coming down. Get the nose up a bit. I'll land with knots, and then I'll turn them off, because the altitude depth is way better with knots at night than with just the lights. That's why my landings without knots are harder at night. Not harder, but they're a bit firm rather than soft. Yep, amazing, beautiful. I still bounced a bit, but now I'll get the nodes off. When the runway lights turn off, we'll need to put them back on. So now with slow, nose are steering on, speed brakes off, turn off the speed brakes. Going to go back to our parent menu. So now we'll just taxi to parking area. Turn down a bit the brightness. So where did we come from? Came from here. Turn up the brightness a bit. I think this is the sensitivity, since the less you turn it down, less pixels, but stuff also doesn't look quite sharp. And it's more sensitive to less light, so I don't think that's just brightness. I think that's also some of the settings with the NVGs that you change whenever you use it. So yeah, if I don't know if it's like that in the real one, but if you could make these lights, the also steering indicator lights and the AOA indicator lights, also be able to see them with NVGs on, that would be awesome. So now I'll go to 6 INS page on our ICP, which is page 6. So it says ground speed 20 miles per hour, or knots 20 knots, 40 something, I don't know. This is not where we took off from. I'm pretty sure this is definitely not where we took off from. But this is the airport we took off from. Pretty sure. Carboletti. Yep. Yeah, we took off from there. Yeah, but I don't think it really matters, so just go into a gate. We don't really go into it, well, we just park in front of it, and the ground crew can do the work of reversing the plane into it. But that was it for today, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new, maybe how to use the JDAMs, and more videos will be coming soon. I just need to get done with editing and stuff like that, because I'm bad at editing, and now having to do videos more often is just not better. So I hope everybody enjoyed the video, and as always, Viper 1 out. Good night.